Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a story time video of the time I fell asleep on my first day of high school. Yeah, so for people who don't know, right now at the moment I am in college, but this takes place back in the good old year of 2019. One thing you need to know about me is I'm both a primary school and a high school dropout. Yeah, I'm not the smartest. I mean, it comes to no surprise if you watch any of my videos or live streams that I'm not the smartest. But, going into high school I was nervous on my first day, and another thing that I was on my first day was tired, because the night before I was so, for some reason, excited for high school. I don't know what was wrong with me. I think I was an idiot. Well, I still am, but I was excited for my first day of high school. Really shouldn't have been. Now looking back, over 5 years, I'm messing up my microphone. Looking over 5 years later, and well, the reason why is quite obvious. But on my first day of high school, I was actually really excited to meet some friends. Never got any. Get absolute bitches, got none, but yeah, and so starting off the day, I was obviously tired, but the morning I had a coffee, so I thought I would have helped me get through the day. The energy from that absolutely saving me. Really didn't, again, now looking back at this, and I remember the first few classes went well. I know I had history, I think, in one of them, where we had to learn about. I went to a Christian school, so we mostly had to learn about goddamn Jesus. So, I'm not a Christian. None of my family are really, but I don't know why we went. I think it was just the only schools in our areas. I went to both a Christian primary and Christian high school. And dropping out of high school, while it made me lose GCSEs and helped me get further in college, it definitely helped me better mentally, because high school fucked me up. But, going on to the first day of high school, got through the first few classes alright. Then I got to an assembly. Now, I had an assembly on my first day, and I think it was just everything, introducing everyone to do everyone's first day of high school, getting them used to everything. Now, one thing you need to know about me is I'm a very, night person. I like staying awake at night. I like doing stuff at night, and for some reason I thought it was a good idea to stay awake for 24 hours before my first day of high school. Yeah, I was very, very stupid. And going into the assembly, I started blacking out a little bit and blinking 1 minute and they'd be saying something, and then next minute they'd be saying something else after I blinked. It was one of those moments where you don't really know what the hell's happening. You don't really have control over your body. I imagine I was looking like this. What the fuck is happening? And it hit me like a bus during this assembly, because it was nice and cool in there. I was on a chair. Well, saying I was in a chair in my class, but it was like a comfy chair. It wasn't plastic. It wasn't utter shit. And halfway through this assembly, I just remember doing this, opening my eyes, and then I wake up in the reception. I don't wake up in the assembly. I wake up in the reception area, and I see my dad with my little nephew, and I'm wondering, what the fuck's happening here? What is going on? Dad, what? Am I in heaven? No, wait, my dad's still alive. Am I in heaven? Am I going to heaven? Am I dead? And I learned this a few years later, but they originally tried to contact my mum first. My mum was in work, as you do, as what any parent does. Well, at least as wanted every one parent does, they're in work. And they ran my mum. And another thing I brought up in the past video, and now I have stuff to help me with, is I am deaf. I am remotely deaf. hence why I've got these. But yeah, I'm deaf. More on my left ear than my right, so I'm actually going to stick these in now. But yeah, you're trying to wake a deaf person up by saying their name, and people who don't know, my name, I go by the name Xander in real life, but that's not my real name's Alexander. But my mum didn't like the fact they were calling me Alexander continuously, and I got told all this earlier. I went downstairs and it got bored because I fell asleep on the couch earlier when my niece was in the room with me. I know, number one uncle. But, and I remember waking up, seeing my dad, seeing my nephew, and I walked home and I stayed awake. Like, I didn't go back to sleep. I stayed awake and I think I fell asleep. Either that or I stayed awake all night again. And I went into my second day of high school, absolutely just knackered, and then I fell asleep when I got home. And one funny thing and one quite ridiculous thing you need to know about my high school is my former high school is they will freak out about the smallest thing and don't give a shit about actual serious things. I was asleep on a couch in a reception area, and according to them, I stopped breathing. I apparently forgot how to breathe in my sleep. I don't think that's true yet. I don't think what they're saying is true. I just think I fell asleep, not woken up to their calling, because I'm deaf. I couldn't hear. I didn't have hearing aids at this point like I do now. But yeah, you're trying to wake a deaf person up by saying their name at a tone where they can't hear. And get ready for this. They were close to calling an ambulance if no one arrived for me because I wasn't waking up. Now, saying this now, with all this, people may think, oh, you weren't waking up when people were, like, calling your name. And it's an understandable reaction. No, it's not an understandable reaction. You do not call an ambulance on a 12-year-old who's asleep. I'm okay. Like, I was just very tired that day. I just fell asleep. I've done it many times. I fell asleep in class before. I'll be honest. I've not fell asleep in college yet. Yeah, keyword yet. But I have fell asleep in class before. But that's an entirely different story time video. But yeah. I fell asleep on my first day in high school, and my high school nearly ran an ambulance because they thought I died. And the reason why I say this is because this was inspired by something that happened today, where I fell asleep on my couch with my niece. I was meant to be watching her, but she knows half the English alphabet, like we're sound, or she knows half the like English words, so we're sound. But I woke up and people weren't too happy with me because I was meant to be watching her. Yeah, my niece thought I died. I'll be honest. My niece thought I passed away while I'm sat on or lying down on the couch asleep. So second time it's happened in my life now. Actually, no, a lot. I mean, I had an entire bucket of water dumped to me once. I need to tell a story. I need to do a video about my sleep, like how bad my sleep is. But yeah, so that was a story time about how my high school nearly rang an ambulance for me because I fell asleep on my first day of high school. 12 years old, going into a new environment, terrified and also excited, and I fell asleep, and yeah, my mum wasn't too happy with the high school for ringing her because she was in work. But I'm gonna leave the story time here because yes. But yeah, that was the story time of how I fell asleep on my first day of high school and they thought I died. Alright, see you guys next time. Bye.